with Parliament, because what's happening at the moment is that the Pegasus scoop scandal comes out with new revelations every day of people who may have been tapped. The latest revelations are coming in from Karnataka, where there are now reports that during Operation Lotus 2 years ago, when the Yediyurappa government managed to topple the previous government of Kumaraswamy, several members of the Congress and the Kumaraswamy government, their phones may have been tapped. As a result, for the second day in a row, the Lok Sabha didn't function. Is the government willing to order a probe? It seems unlikely. Take a look.
माननीय सदस्यगण, लोकतंत्र में फ्लोर पर हाउस में बहस करना.
Amid the storm over allegations of hacking of phones belonging to political leaders and other citizens, comes more revelations. Many political leaders of Karnataka may have been victims of hacking ahead of Operation Lotus that toppled the Congress-JDS government in the state. The secretaries of H.D. Kumaraswamy, who was then the chief minister, and Congress leader Siddaramaiah were potential snooping targets, claims The Wire. Then Deputy CM G. Parmeshwara was also allegedly on the list of people to be hacked using Israeli software Pegasus.
क्रोनोलॉजी समझिए, जैसा अमित शाह जी कहते हैं. क्रोनोलॉजी ये है कि चुनी हुई सरकारों को खरीद फरोख्त के माध्यम से गिराने के षड्यंत्र में पेगासस स्पाईवेयर का इस्तेमाल किया गया.
The phone numbers are part of a leaked database accessed by the media, non-profit Forbidden Stories, and shared with a consortium of global media outlets.
Please do consider.
The hacking scandal has already raised a big storm in the parliament.
There are issues of concern. We should not read only in the newspapers or see in the television, sir.
I agree with you. Anandji, I got the point.
My submission I have made, sir.
I agree with you totally.
Indicated by the Secretary General Rajya Sabha.
The opposition is demanding Home Minister Amit Shah's resignation over the issue.
ये इल्जाम सीधे तौर पर हमारे गृह मंत्रालय पर लगता है, तो गृह मंत्री को इस्तीफा देना चाहिए. इसको जुडिशियल प्रोब होना चाहिए, कोई न्यायाधीश की नेतृत्व में इसको तफ्तीश होना चाहिए.
The centre has vehemently rejected the charges, calling it a smear campaign by the opposition.
नहीं, इसमें सरकार का कोई ताल्लुक नहीं है. There is no government का even an iota of link is there in that. If they want to raise through a proper procedure, to a proper rule, let them raise.
If the opposition is trying to corner the Narendra Modi government, the centre so far has not yielded an inch. In fact, it is business as usual for the Modi government, which gave major political parties a presentation on COVID on Tuesday. With no middle ground found so far, the monsoon session is said to be turbulent. With Kamaljeet Sandhu and Anand Patel in Delhi, Bureau Report, India Today.
Let's raise some big questions. Was the spyware being used to fix political rivals by the BJP government? Do the allegations lack corroborative evidence? France has ordered a probe. Should India also order one? These are some of the questions that I want to raise at this moment. Joining me now on my face-off first, GVL Narasimha Rao, BJP's MP, Gaurav Gogoi, Congress's MP. Appreciate both of you joining us. GVL, it appears that even in Karnataka now, as per the information coming out, that the aides of Siddaramaiah, the aides of Kumaraswamy, people close to the Congress at the time, their phones were being tracked at a time when you all were involved in Operation Lotus to topple the government. How do you respond?
I think it's completely a fictitious allegation, Rajiv. It is the Congress culture to snoop on, to tap the telephones of their own party men. We have seen how in Rajasthan over the past year, we've seen only as recent as last month, the Congress MLAs alleging that their phones are being tapped by their own government. You've seen that happen a year ago in Rajasthan. You remember the Pranab Mukherjee story, who was a minister in Sonia Gandhi government, in Manmohan Singh government, and he himself was being stooped upon by his own party.
No,
in
but these
government.
specific charges, with due regard, Mr. Rao, these specific charges are being made by an entire consortium of organizations that has been involved in the Pegasus project. It's not as if these numbers have been plucked out of thin air, and it seems much too much a coincidence that these numbers surface on this database around the same time 2 years ago when the government was toppled. It seems to suggest that someone was snooping on the Kumaraswamy government, Congress and JDS leaders.
Rajdeep, I think this kind of fictitious allegations have been made in the past. This kind of fake narratives have been woven against the BJP in the past. It's nothing new to us. I think we certainly see this as an attempt to divert public attention from the real issues concerning this country. The Congress, which finds itself completely bereft of issues, the Congress leadership, which has completely failed, even in the recent assembly polls, which has completely lost its place in all the state elections. The Congress is trying to really cook up a conspiracy. There is certainly a Congress hand in all this.
No, you're saying there's a Congress hand? Are you saying there's a Congress hand, Mr. GVL Narasimha Rao, behind this entire investigation? That an investigation across 45 countries was sponsored by the Congress party?
The India link to this entire so-called investigation. I think who are the people behind it? Let me make this straight and clear. The why. We know what is the political lineage or lineage of why. What kind of fictitious stories they published in the past about even Judge Loya and many other such stories. We know what is Amnesty International political outlook when they were in India.
So you're questioning the credibility. I mean, your focus is on questioning the credibility of the media organizations and the human rights organizations, saying they are running a campaign against the Modi government. Is that what you're saying? Disregard the evidence of these numbers? You're saying they're against
India. You see, the report itself, the so-called Pegasus report itself clearly mentions that they have got downloaded, they've got a list of some 50,000 numbers,
right,
or 300 of them belonging to India, and they don't know whether they have been snooped upon. So it is the weakest story that is being given undue prominence by the Indian media.
Sir, you're saying it's the weakest story. France has ordered a probe. It's the front page of The Guardian. It's the front page of Washington Post. Are you saying all these newspapers are simply running a fake narrative?
The Indian link to this story, I'm repeating myself, the Indian link to this story has a Congress hand and has all the usual suspects who have always had an anti-Modi narrative being a part of it. I'm not commenting on the rest of the world.
Well,
certainly the India link to this story has a Congress hand, and Wire, Amnesty, they're all possibly partners in this.
That's a serious charge on which I presume you have some evidence. I don't know what the evidence is that the Congress is behind this, but Gaurav Gogoi respond. GVL Narasimha Rao says all of this is cooked up, all of this is designed to embarrass the government.
Rajdeep, I think the BJP spokesperson is clutching at the straws. It's a classic case of shooting the messenger. Let me, as you said, you pointed out that the French government is taking this seriously. The French government spokesperson has said that it is a serious matter. A French prosecutor has taken cognizance of the case. The European Commission have commented on the seriousness of the nature. Your United Nations human rights have commented on this, on the serious nature. So the entire world is taking this seriously, but the BJP spokesperson and the political party are acting as if they are a thief caught with their hands in their jar. Their entire behavior of shooting the messenger shows that they are guilty of what has been a complete illegal act, which is the hacking of Indian citizens' mobile devices.
At the moment, though, Mr. Gogoi, the fact is there is a lot of smoke. The question at the moment is whether there is corroborative evidence. When you say that there is, for example, the toppling of the Karnataka government, there are potential targets of the Secretary of Siddaramaiah, the Secretary of Mr. Kumaraswamy, but we still don't know whether actually hacking took place, under whose authority. All of that is in the realm of speculation, Mr. Gogoi. Let's be clear. There is no corroborative evidence.
Two things, Rajdeep. First of all, the government has changed its stand on NSO, this company which has produced the software Pegasus. When Ravi Shankar Prasad was an IT minister, he has said in the floor of the House in Rajya Sabha that the government of India has ordered a probe on NSO. Today, they don't talk about that probe at all. Today, they are defending the NSO company. Today, the BJP spokesperson and the current company and the line of the NSO company are almost the same. So the government of India, the BJP government, has completely changed its stand and is hiding the results of the probe that was investigated previously. Secondly, there's an urgent need for judicial oversight, Rajdeep. The larger point is that there's an urgent need for judicial oversight in two matters.
So why don't your leaders go to the court?
Rajdeep, may I just complete?
No, so if there is judicial oversight, why don't you go to the court and ask for a judicial inquiry?
Rajdeep, may I complete? So the judicial oversight is needed in a probe into this matter because Indian citizens' mobile devices have been illegally hacked. And second of all, there is a complete lack of surveillance framework. If a policeman enters into your house, Rajdeep, they first need a warrant. But today, the government using all these forms of sophisticated software and hacking software don't need a warrant to look into your mobile devices. So where will the idea of a free press and independent judiciary?
Sir, snooping has taken place for the longest time. Mr. Gogoi, snooping has taken place for the longest time. It's now more sophisticated.
Mobile devices.
Snooping has taken place, Mr. Gogoi, for the longest time. Now it's more sophisticated. But what is clear is not just more sophisticated, it is possibly, you want to respond to that? Isn't it true that snooping took place?
Sorry, Rajdeep. There's a difference between surveillance and hacking. Surveillance is what is permitted under the Information Technology Act, and hacking, there is absolutely no legal basis for hacking, and for Pegasus software to be used on anybody's mobile phones, it constitutes as hacking and it's completely illegal.
Okay,
so let us differentiate, let us educate the Indian citizen about their constitutional rights. This is a fundamental attack on the right to privacy which has been given in the Puttaswamy judgment.
You want to respond to that, GVL Narasimha Rao? I keep asking this question. If you all have nothing to hide, why not order a probe? Let there be a probe and let the government come out clean. I mean, there is a point that, the possibility that these phones were hacked is a very serious act. It could be very serious. Why not order a probe and finish it off? You are a strong government. What do you have to hide?
No, I think this is a clear attempt in diverting the focus of the government in addressing the real issues that concern the people of this country. This is an attempt. Congress.
No, what are the real issues? Petrol is over 100 rupees. The real issue is COVID. What are the real issues? Please go ahead.
No, all the issues. Today we debated in Rajya Sabha for 4 hours on the COVID management and vaccination. The opposition put forth its views. We presented our viewpoint. We all discussed about how to really fight a potential third wave in this country. Why is the Congress party behaving so differently even in Lok Sabha? That's a question their leadership will have to answer. And the most important thing is, the minister on the floor of Parliament clearly stated that whatever happens only happens as a part of surveillance with written approvals given. And this kind of fictitious story being put out, a half-baked story, a sensational story only to divert the attention of the people of India on the eve of Parliament session is nothing but an attempt by the Congress party to really try and get some political mileage.
Right.
I think this is going to hurt the Congress party rather than give them any kind of political leeway. This government will not let itself be diverted by the Congress by crooked politics. If there is anyone who is clutching at the straws, it is the Congress party and its MPs.
It's very interesting, Gaurav Gogoi. Y'all blocked the Lok Sabha today. In the Rajya Sabha, you allowed a debate on COVID. Is there a recognition that beyond the point you can't stretch this entire hacking story unless you come up with corroborative evidence? And actually what you really need to do, therefore, is shift focus to COVID and indeed fuel prices. How far are you willing to take these hacking allegations? I come back to it. If your leaders fear their phones were hacked, why don't they go to the court? Why don't they file an FIR in a police station? Take this case forward.
Rajdeep, the question of COVID, the questions of price rise and inflation, the question of farmers' protest are all important. But all of these questions can only be addressed if democracy is alive. if there is a free press, there's an independent judiciary, if there's a level playing opposition. So I don't think it's a question of either this or that. I think all questions need to be answered. And I must say, this is just a pattern. Under BJP government, India has been performing poorly on international rankings related to press freedom, transparency, and corruption. Now, on press freedom, India has slipped to 142nd rank, which has been given by the Reporters Without Borders. On democracy, economists has said that we have slipped 2 places and we are 53rd. On corruption, Transparency International, they have said that we've slipped to 86th. On Global Hunger Index, we've slipped to 94. So on all parameters related to transparency, accountability and democracy, India has been performing poorly in the recent past under Prime Minister Modi.
I have just 30 seconds, Gaurav Gogoi. I still ask you, how far will you all take this? Will you all make this a central issue this entire session?
Rajdeep, this is a fundamental issue in this session, because if we don't have democracy, what is the point of raising all these questions? And not only within the parliament, but outside also. We are planning a huge protest over the next 2 days. And on 22nd, there's a huge nationwide program being organized by a party, and this is a very serious issue. But it is incumbent on all of us to make this government accountable. They cannot just run away with this rhetoric. There has to be judicial oversight, and citizens' privacy cannot be just frivolously thrown away by this government.
Okay, you raised your hand, GVL. It's only fair I give you also 30 seconds as a final response.
No, Rajiv, look who is talking about independent press freedom. The party that has throttled democracy, the party that has imposed press censorship in this country, and is today talking about as if it's a great believer in press freedom. I think this kind of hypocritical position on the part of the Congress will not help it. They want the public's attention to be diverted from the real issues. They want the real legislation that is pending in Parliament to be disturbed. They're actually acting as enemies of India's democracy. I'm making this very strong comment, and I want them to, we will hold them. We will not let them hold India's parliament to ransom.
That's a nice word, because that's a nice word. You remember what Arun Jaitley said many years ago? Obstruction in parliament is beneficial for our democracy. Where you stand on these issues depends on where you sit. When Arun Jaitley was an opposition leader, he supported obstruction in parliament when the BJP blocked an entire session. That was when you were in the opposition. Today, you are accusing the Congress party of blocking parliament.
You cannot compare a 2 lakh crore scam with a non-issue that the Congress party wants to really raise today. This is nothing but a
just order a probe.
Let's leave it there.
This hack, whether done by a government or by another government, demands serious investigation. Even if the Indian government is not involved, Pegasus is only used by government agencies. Which government agencies of the world is hacking Indian citizens? I think, is it not a serious matter? Is our fundamental right to privacy not a serious matter?
It is a serious matter, which is why I hope that there will be a full debate on issues of privacy in this session of Parliament. They need to be debated. Let's leave it there. Gaurav Gogoi, GVL Narasimha Rao, we need accountability at some level, and Parliament must show the lead.